Hello, everybody. Welcome back here at the live show for Create Tomorrow from the Wilming Theater. Today we'll be speaking to a lot of different guests. And in a few moments, I will call with somebody from the province of Overijssel. But first of all, I'm curious. I hope that everything is going well for you. Now, about an hour and a half of solid hard work has gone into your projects. I hope that you already contacted your company, the I don't know, the taskmaster, so to say, that will give you the job that you need to fix. And I hope that you had contact with them. I hope that everything is going well. Now we have a 10-minute conversation with somebody from the province to talk about their case. And I would say if you've been working at it hard for an hour and a half, then it's really good to just also take a sip of coffee, just step a little bit away from the problem, and that sometimes can give you inspiration and a new avenue of attack. Because, well, creativity is nothing more than to rearrange existing concepts into a new configuration. That is basically creativity. So if you have new input from other people or other cases, that might just give you that spark of genius to solve your own case. I will be contacting now via the wonders of communication, satellites, I don't know how it works, but she'll be standing just here. Yes, excellent, there you are. This is Renske Graafland. She works for the province of Overijssel, and they make a case about implementing new retail concepts. Renske, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah, I can hear you. I hope you can hear me as well.
Yes, fine, very well, thank you. New retail concepts. Can you say a little bit about this?
Yeah, well, I think everybody can see if you are walking through towns or city centers that a lot is changing for retailers. Maybe you guys all shop online. I know I do. You want these city centers to remain vibrant, a place people want to live or work. And in the meantime, we all shop online. So if we want to take this into account and still remain these nice city centers, we have to think about the future. And
And
that's what our cases are about.
and can you say something about how big this problem is? I mean, I don't know if all students see too many towns or too many different towns with this problem.
I know that it's different for different countries in the world. So there are countries where a lot of big shopping malls have already emerged on the outskirts of cities, leaving like shelves in the middle. And for the Netherlands, this isn't a very big problem yet because it's starting to emerge. We have a lot of vibrant cities, but we want to keep it that way.
And what's the possible consequence? If, I mean, is it just this the way the market works? You know, it's that at some point there's a maybe some shops that come and go.
Yes, retail is always changing. We always want new things, different kind of things. So there will always be shops disappearing and new shops emerging, and that's okay. I mean, we're as a governmental organization, we're not here to direct the market in a certain direction. That's the world we live in. But we also want to make sure that city centers remain a safe place where you can walk around the streets in the evening and it's safe to be there, where you can go to restaurants and eat, where you want to live and want to work. And if we don't pay any attention to this, it might change and it might become a place where you don't really want to be.
And do you have some idea what you're looking for in a solution? Is it societal or technical, or is it just completely open for the team that works on your case?
Well, clearly, this isn't something we don't pay attention to as a government. It's something we've been working on and looking at for years, and we're trying to find different ways to keep our cities vibrant. And we work with a lot of different partners. So we always have ideas how to work with this, but we are definitely hoping that the students working on these projects today come up with new ideas, something we haven't thought about yet, maybe from their own experience, how they shop online and what they are looking for in a city center. And their energy and new ideas are very welcome to us. And also, they are the future. So why not include them in thinking about our future?
Is it possible for governments or provinces or municipalities to be quick enough in the way that society is changing?
That's a very good question. It's always really difficult because policy is often made looking at what's already there, what's already existing in the world around us. But we also try to be aware that the world is changing and make this change possible. If we create a policy that just enables current shops to be the way they are right now, then shops cannot change, they cannot adapt. So we have to make policy that helps businesses to adapt as well. And that's definitely a challenge. What helps is if we have an idea about what kind of changes we can expect. What will the future be? What will change? And the more we can learn about this future, the more capable we are of creating policy that is adaptable.
And how can you combine the knowledge of these students and their ideas with maybe some real world knowledge from the shop owners or the entrepreneurs there, because they have things that can either be possible or not possible, I can imagine.
Yeah, so we actually we entered 2 cases this year, and we actually used 2 real cases. So these are actual businesses with an actual problem. We hope you can help them with, and we do this more often. So we work with partners in the actual world. We are not just sitting in a building somewhere thinking about what kind of policy we can write. We talk to business owners. We try to help them with what their problems they encounter, and we ask other partners to help them as well and to learn from each other. And right now, these students working on the cases are partners giving advice to these business owners.
And do you think that a case from maybe the city of Enschede is going to be different than a case from the province of Overijssel? I mean, is it different? You're working on a different abstraction level maybe than a city center. You're thinking about many city centers, many different types, from small town of Enter all the way up to Enschede maybe.
Yeah, it's very different, but that doesn't mean they cannot learn from each other. I think what you always have to take into account is that they have different kind of customers. They have a different audience. Enschede is a very large city for the Netherlands, and they have a lot of customers also from the other side of the border. It's very close to Germany. And it's very different from a small town where you only have a supermarket and a bakery, and that's it. But that doesn't mean you cannot learn from each other, because even a bakery can do something online and get more customers like that. So you can still learn from each other, but you have to take into account the different sizes, of course. Yeah.
And I can imagine that it's a whole different, difficult ballpark when you take a look at Germany, for instance. That what they do online, or even how much they pay via PIN, compared to us, is completely different. Or their experience being online or offline, it must be very difficult to tailor both sides, I would imagine.
Yeah, and it's in really small things which I take for granted. For example, when I go to a city center with my car and I find a parking spot, I take for granted that I don't have to carry change. I can just use my debit card or credit card, and I can pay for a parking spot. When I go across the border in Germany, it's different. You would need change for a lot of parking spots, but it's also the other way around. So a lot of Germans, they think they can use change and just pay for their parking spot. And this is just a small example. There are a lot of examples that are very different. Yeah.
This is again, I would say, a theme that's going across today, that if you want to work on a problem, you really need to invest in understanding the stakeholders involved, basically. Again, here, understand what the differences are culturally and who you're talking about. I would like to thank you so much, Renske, for calling in and sharing something about the case. I hope that everybody at home maybe got something out of it, a new way of thinking maybe, and I hope that the students can give a nice solution on this big problem that is a problem across the nation, basically. So
Yeah,
thank you very
so
much.
much. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in about 20 minutes, and then we will speak with some students who are working on cases. So see you then.